ben one. If Baumia wins, I dare Wontumi. What will happen? Me say we to time bomb so.
For
MPP for. We to time bomb so.
You could be ambassador there when you have J. Only guess, we now for 4. I like to tell you guess so. Now for guess I won't be. Only guess, and we now for 4. Wontumi.
Wontumi a wo ye dedu aka nyina no. So obi danase a Alantamate na so danase. Me na me son inside the party no. Na ye kan party asera na Wontumi nja no, onu e be dictate. You too no pa because obi your papa kai daddy. So what I say.
Na me kire Wontumi nyansa wo Ghana ha. E be no nwanwa. If Baumia wins, I dare Wontumi. What will happen? Me say we to time bomb so.
for
Chama Wontumi okodema o medemo kumase o. Bebia poda e de betum. Eni sa mo betena mo bi betena kumase. Mo bi mo betena santimemu say ya MPP for ma nipa bi agimi mu a. Mo ni bete no. Na mo ankasa no ye de mu kotum. Obi antan obia. But matena wa ma eye party no nokre onka nkyerem e na mo so mu musansa. Mo so na matemoto bini na modi. Na mo di party na chi. MPP nkranfo no. Eye Baumia ne nkofo no. Omo ba kumase no mo benne. Omo benne wo kumase a na be jajandam na to. Na ye ne ye MPP for the 1 cm no ne start group ebini finkran bo ebini finkran ebini finkran bo ebini finkran ebini finkran bo no mo so ebini finkran ebini finkran ba omo musansam wan bini nie eduane be no di ye no di gobe ye nim ebini finkran bo ebini finkran ye musansam enwan se ebini finkran ba ne ye gu ho ne ye jimi MPP nti mo Jimmy o ah na kete fora
company we dey koto srew wa no tumu bi e ma Wontumi nko prison e koto srew company enim se we ye father for all but mo dey e ma Wontumi nko e koto srew e paucho hwe na kabi ma no na minim se we de wa no tumu a ebe wie ama yenya
anya ha na mika chawo say NDC kutre NDC ntimi nchi wo MPP
ohima we
NDC aye anu kwa oku jato black mu jato mu
what is oral ana
oral mi man ka chawo say oral is yamutu oral is a scam. Oral is a scam. They don't have any evidence in oral. If I dare the NDC, if they know oral is real, they should prosecute MPP today. I'm telling you, NDC are full of scam.
And now I know can what video no so and ne ama what take it from me. Say NDC de dia wa mo ye nyina no. Akokwa bakora ni wo obeko prison. MPP appointee dia ni wo obeko prison. Under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, because MPP need be on the sky. We are back with them. And this is power 2009. What I catch Ghana for say, one better see MPP in Pamphona to become Magiska. At the end of the day, no, now this is Lusu cases to a court. Or we are almost killing the cat. So many ways of killing the cat and the buyer. Because MPP 1.4 million would just say a more Makonia. Omodia register on the servo of mine. And to so be corruption, and now one case in one. Now you know almost one case in one. Now you know because evidence in you are. Then some of what platform so clear, way up away, no, and less evidence, Ghana forfeit. 7 months in here, or 7 months ago, now the political platform said. Ruling government in California for now, but someone so when you to me now we can find evidence in the Ghana for there. No one said media communicators in the NDC communicators in the radio so one must munya betray you so.
And so mama by mu I'm a two been to mu I'm a court on sentence will be 15 years 10 years to say I'm been see that the 4th Republic but I'm people back what this medina concern the 4th Republic. And so more yet the door of corruption hono. Nanado Kraman Huno, Alaji Osman, Deputy National Security Coordinator or Kwafiase, Nanado Penso, Nanado Penso Mahu Krano, President Mahama ya ne special assistant, Bafu Boni, Okwafiasi, Nanado Penso Mahu Krano, Matthew Teve, NCA, National Communication Authority, Chief Executive Officer, Okwafiasi, Nanado Penso Mahu Krano. Daniel also are no venture capital. On any year in Yasika, ye do a massam, a converti or more, a seer, a croma. Nanado Panswa, why ye, Sikana, or man to man to Aswa, a booger penny, yes, or babu boy, and this for dinner, or mudicas in it at one, Nanado Penso, or mujelis uncle of one. O farmer panini that I could 4 pencils, and Crawford so quite fiasses. But and this year, Dabiano, Wamaka, we had this car, where you say no, Obisa, almost say, ye nya 4th Republic, but I'm Pini Bakwa, Yatino or corruption, ordinary fiasia, 0. But and this met over to man, Nipa 20, our Makwa fiasa on corruption, Sa 4th Republic, Ninja Pipina Diomatum.
Well, that is NPP for message, Mema Ubia Aquaba on this particular platform, but also be a home a. And then you may assign Abba. Mama, my journey, Priscilla Cook, Medas, Rikus, Emily, Eric Baffo, the patch of Dawson, some Modia now that you patch also be our shock absorbers there because manya a copy of the entire judgment na a ditch I want to be called in Sabomino. You be do some, no much name be a womb. Na say Ushi NPP for Nasabe Moodin Tra. Then you tell them. But before we start the show, no one will say President and now the Kufado. And Ramekai, a way while we may live show me say law na edicham Wontumi amane 20 years no. E nanado de Kufado ene de bae. Nanado ba kumya so no and also no or the presidency to her on the line. E bi ene nipa dodo na nkai. But you listen to the na Adodankwa Akufo-Addo.
I took the decision that would be a betrayal of the trust that the Ghanaian people put in me on the 7th of January this year. And as a result, we established this committee within the government to design a policy for us, not just to stop it, to reclaim the land, to let our rivers work again, but also to see how we can figure a way for all these able-bodied young men who are involved in this activity to find an alternative livelihood. So it's a package. It's a package that we have designed to try and bring this menace to a conclusion. I've said it in the cabinet, and perhaps it's the first time I'll be saying it in public. I am prepared to put my presidency on the line on this matter. I've heard it being said that I should be careful. Many of these people voted for me, and if I continue this exercise, perhaps they will not vote for me again. If by the grace of God I'm in a position, my party allows me to go again, and I have the health and everything to go again, that I'll not get it again. And I'll say to myself, well, this is a choice that all of us have to make as human beings. Do you do what you think is right, or do you do what you think will allow you to get along? I think that you do what you think is right. That is what you're required to do.
Exactly. Inti President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo say we be a president. It's better to do what you think is right than to do what will win you a political power. Until he was prepared to put his presidency on the line. And Nana man one quant well. It's gonna shock you, say Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Esanya another opportunity Asia Ghana for BM. Esanya this handsome way then. Etoso. Listen to him.
This galamsey matter, which has risen a lot in Ghana today. In the last election in the mining districts of the country, the MPP did very badly. Largely because the NDC presidential candidate and the party had gone around the mining areas and saying that the policy that I was implementing of trying to stop Galamsey would be reversed when he came to power, and that those who were already in jail for offenses, the Galamsey offenses, all of them would be amnestied. When I said I was putting my presidency on the line, that's what I meant. That I was prepared to take the political risk involved in trying to deal with this Galamsey phenomenon. The result, of course, was that the mining districts, especially in the western region, all of them, including almost, nearly, even Takwa, was lost to the NPP. That is what I meant when I said I'm putting my presidency on the line. That I was prepared to take the political risk involved in coming to grips with this problem. Today, he's saying that no, he doesn't believe in jailing, that he's against Galamsey, that he will enforce the law. So once again, we have to ask ourselves, Mr. J.M., where do you stand? What are you telling the people of Ghana? Because every time you speak from one corner of your mouth and you speak from another corner of your mouth. Let us hear from you direct, straight up, what do you stand for? We need to know. The candidate, the MPP presidential candidate, has gone on record as saying that as far as he's concerned, he is prepared to sign a pact that will take the Galamsey issue out of our politics, to depoliticize it, to commit him and our party, all of us, agreeing that we would deal with this Galamsey phenomenon on a non-partisan basis. We have yet to hear from the NDC presidential candidate. I'm asking him to also come out and support the idea of a political pact on Galamsey.
If I say clear. That was proud to the electionary campaign, and another then go for the President John Dramani Mahama say, President enye ni I bet mama ya fighting Galamsey in Ghana. Those were the words of Nana Dengwa right? Sometimes I say it baffles me when say, then President John Dramani Mahama, and he is keenly fighting Galamsey NPP for some months here. I'm saying, Nana say President John Dramani Mahama kasafa na no left here or can't foforo or kafa right or can't foforo. Dramani straight. No who in the position on Galamsey. And I want another Dengwa for the now koye emra. Expanded the punishment na ewo Minerals and Mining Act no ema minimum of 15 years, maximum of 25 good years. And no phone yaba. And a one kasa o bad boy, chama Wontumi ankasa. Chama ya ono osia oyo. And a mrano achicha Wontumi any amount 20 good years kama pa. When people for many years come, almost one year say. But this is the position of NPP now. It is the question we are asking Nana Dengwa Akufo-Addo, and they say, why in the Kasafaha or Kasafaha on Kasa Street? That is the kind of question we are asking Nana Dengwa Akufo-Addo. Nana Dengwa Akufo-Addo Kasayo. Now when I say, yes, Chicha Wontumi we are NPP for some kopa President John Dramani Mahama. Echo.
Ora afenyo market. Any a compare kwa Agyapong, Kennedy of Agyapong. These two people called President Mahama, just by making you on the phone, and they apologized to President Mahama on behalf of Chairman Wontumi. Just by making you, they apologized to President Mahama on behalf of Chairman Wontumi. Chairman Wontumi offended the public, that put it this way, politically. So when they apologized to President Mahama, Mahama was laughing and said, okay, no problem. And he shared something that Chairman Wontumi said to him, I don't want to repeat it. No problem. But later, a conversation, about 30 minutes later, the President Mahama sent a video to a fellow market phone, and the Agyapong phone said, just your own people send me jelly. Jelly, your friend say, Wontumi.
So what I say? Almost say, according to Zigano, NPP for call President John Dramani Mahama was a Bonibia Chairman Wontumi be an infant channel. And a President Mama send you message according to Ziga. I show say NPP for Ankasa. And I catch the President John Dramani Mama say, Chairman Wontumi, yam punish this and say Chairman Wontumi. I get them say, oh my. What in common I say? To what? Because I'm building a case. And President Mama, so on funny who NG Ghana politics same numsa. Enti yentu yabo. Na judiciary nagasan in taking its own course. Na after they say judiciary ne started taking a course. Na NPP for nagasa science started. Could trouble President John Dramani Mama. But I'm going to prove it to you. Say, Chairman Wontumi, ni fail away of failure no. Made in the lawyer and the appear could be a play key and active role. Emma Chairman Wontumi, sebi. Ako defi ase. Ebe prove ya chelo. Ebi o ha bia me kan onti ase. But this is judgment na a buyer from the High Court. Ye de Chairman Wontumi ekoye no. I see Ziga can talk. Ziga can talk. If your mom was at a friend, want to open a building, we are then we will open the phone lines. What I say, now for the more can you mama, right? Enti the Republic versus Bernard and Chibosiakon and others in the Superior Court of Judicature, in the High Court of Justice, Criminal Court 4, held in Accra on Monday, the 20th day of July 2026, before her ladyship, Justice Audrey Kokuvi Te, Justice of the High Court, case number CR 0004/2026, the Republic versus Bernard and Chibosiakon at Wontumi, the DA in the enemy defendant Chairman Wontumi. Kwame entry, Sani Pan, they say, we're planning to see no be any baby or. And Akonta Mining Company Limited. Akonta Mining, so you need to say Chairman Wontumi, Edia. I'm going to take you through the judgment. Now, my beer point to be such a we are now ko Chairman Wontumi and kasa ni TV so lawyer be akwata na ho the way actually or address Chairman Wontumi lawyers na e de call court no we are answer my beer phone lines na tom what I say na afi de menimu nyina abo adwuma na aye den abom enti ma memfa mon call the relevant portions of this particular judgment and in same be a call so e wo court ho matome bo ase kan document ni nyina abusiafo na afi de me bom kire wa wo share Chairman Wontumi ne lawyer for a Mr. Any NP before no be almost a answer when you know a corso, a court. Madike Casepe, the Minerals Act and Section 14. No, only who can say, Okoja Sasia, or the Comobias on Quibia also. We are here showing me cancer. No, Ghana's Mineral Act, no, there was Section 14 below her. Only who can say, Okoja Asasia. I mean, the into her, I mean, kind of the same thing in Chile. Yes, me so say. NPP ni mi be hwe me because oh boy bibia say ni ho ene da no count 1 and 3 assignment of mineral right without approval I mean fa me ho emeto ana me nya me ho keto kakra na mo hu ni yiye kama pa e pa cho say nema ni nye claim ma obetimi aka kire me court say e pa cho court document na make an the first and third accused persons are charged with the offenses in section 14(1) and section 99(2)(b) of the Minerals and Mining Act 2006, which is Act 703, as amended by section 3 of the Minerals and Mining Act 2019, Act 995. The offenses is defined as follows: a mineral right. I mean, you say, no one can see. If I who here, wait me, I can't so if you say wait me, I can't then I can also expand it. But for me, I think say it's okay. A mineral right shall not in whole or in parts be transferred, assigned, mortgaged, or otherwise encumbered or dealt in a manner without the prior approval in writing of the minister, which approval shall not be unreasonably upheld or given subject to unreasonable conditions. I mean to boss na menchire mo ha. Nea Minerals Act we echere ne say okoje concession ana oje asase se o de kwa akoye gele o de kwa akoye mine na e pa cho yesi woni ho kwan say sa asase na wakwa akoje no o transfer de ma obi a woni ho kwan say o ma obi a ho kwan say o nkonko ye adwuma wo so woni ho kwan say sa asase no ko mortgage and now they are the fufurobia enyam prescribe was amra na okokwaji yenum na mpono se o pese o ye bibia on it a ese o command the minister designate no ekwaji pra approval in writing e wo minister no ho e pa che won se Ghana so no law e wo Ghana na che say agudie bi e sha asasem bia e president edia and a president ama minister powers on acting on his behalf. What I say? But something I can say the boy Wontumi, it didn't happen under President John Dramani Mahama. It happened under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. But that is the first thing. Yes, NPP ni we can say President John Dramani Mahama and yes, there be under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and a chama Wontumi kwa je is ama ni concession we say and at the other day and say okopore hubi edema nipa na yede one chama Wontumi emuko jina court no pacho won say ba akubi prosecution witness, right? My go back to the document again. Then I read, or we all read, because me can na FD nyine go so na ye den ye boko kakra. You see, the first and third accused persons admit not having ministerial approval. Eti chama Wontumi ene na konta mining. Eji to mu say omo transfer property ni diama nipa ba ko obi so nko adwuma wo so no omanji minister approval pachoti o haye. You see, during cross examination this conversation took place between PW4, which is prosecution witness 4, and the counsel for the first and third accused persons. Counsel for the third and third accused persons, you know, a lawyer and the appeal could be as of that time. T. Is it to your knowledge that mining rights are transferable under the laws Minerals and Mining Act 703 as amended? And I'll say yes, my ladyship, they are transferable subject to ministerial approval. T.N.U. The question about the answer not also. Court document in the event that a license holder wants to transfer his interest, who will file the application to the ministry to initiate such transfer? And answer by and say the holder of the mineral right, which is Chama Wontumi. What I say? And the appeal could be the question for you. Or say in your records at the Minerals Commission, do you have any such application by A3, which is a contaminant? Or say answer, or say not to my knowledge. That means there's nothing like that. I want to put it to you that A3 has never applied for a transfer of their interest in the lands in Samra Boy and Abekwase. The company has not done that. No, my lady, they never applied. That means Chama Wontumi apply bibia sa ono ane lawyer e na abisa. I'm saying the work kwase ha na kwa hwa ade bi wa ase ho esrew papa na ye be kana se be fe Henry Okum ono e na Chama Wontumi e fa ne se onko ye adwuma wa asase no so. You say further, under cross-examination, PW2 provided further testimony to consolidate his trade and livelihood. The following conversation ensued between him and counsel for the first and third accused persons. They say, "Yade ora onkum ko jina adaka mu no, Chama Wontumi lawyer ansem obisa anene." Or say, in your witness statement, in paragraph 1, you indicated that you are a small-scale miner. How long have you been a small-scale miner? Ebache yewura okum na Chama Wontumi ko fan as a manager no. Papa no na adwuma wa ye ne say or a small-scale miner. Ono on reclaiming asase. O de me do beduru ho ubehu. And now Chama Wontumi lawyer bisa ne say, what can paragraph him say? We are small-scale miner. And how many years and wa ye adwuma? And papa no man answer say, I have been working for about 7 years. Or say, have you obtained, that is the second question, have you obtained any license for your activities as a small-scale miner? And the papa say, me well, licenses are HSM, a small-scale miner. Then he went on, when did you obtain the license? And Omar answer said 2017. And it is confirmed to say, papa ne even okumuno, a small-scale miner. I mean, found quasi what they be pure land reclamation. Chama Wontumi catch the court to say, or none of our okum say, uncle reclaim land. Also on the adwuma chairman Wontumi so on the oje asase no de kwakoye mine no. Okoye no hu se asase no. Obi edi ke kotutu so, obi edi so asase no. Ena onu in his own wisdom chairman Wontumi nim nyansa dodo. Ena okoka kire ewura onkum se onko reclaim land ne ma no. Eyanko now dey conversation e call so ho. Conversation bi ko ho PW1 ebeka say, "Is you are expert opinion, does it cost money to reclaim a mine line?" Inti Attorney General Ebisa expert say, "Si e kase obi reclaiming lander e kostuska ana en kostuska." And I answer about was it definitely. So kase obi go reclaiming land there. E sika dwuma na nipa na konkwe. Nipa is going to pump in money. Plus tell this court if you know how much it costs to generally reclaim a 1 kilometer square piece of land. Iti chairman Wontumi the kofa papa we buy so we expert. And Attorney General bisa ne say on can say reclaim asase 1 kilometer e be cost so saying. And an expert ne say my lady it differs from site to site. Also asase there e bia dey different. It is any IT bia asase bia wo ne bo. Also can you give us a range? No Attorney General so there my BBB in a range. Also the range is specific to the ground conditions. And I still papa so as I said it depends say ya asay no. And on the betchere how would this kabe uram. It's okay. Ate. Do you know, since you are so confident in your witness statement that A1 only authorized PW2 to carry out reclamation only and not mining and reclamation, if A1 has given any money to PW2 for the reclamation that he has asked PW to carry out on the concession, or say answer and say, I have no idea about that. You be saying say, "Ose we reclaim as asia e de sika kese eni wuram." Na ube timia ka kire court say chairman Wontumi ema ewura okum sika say on fan reclaim as ase no. Akwa na say no de in fact me hu because me nya sure so say chairman Wontumi ayi bibia na ha na agoro no na ha na agoro no we be kan di bia kire no. Mr. Tiff we be in fact no. Court say kan court bia kire no. But be able to say lawyers no omu deceive chairman Wontumi. Because emrana American catcher or soro no. Se ukogye asase. Now the koshe obi nsa se nipa nko ye adwuma bia wo so a. Ese ukọ minister ho na kogye approval. Chairman Wontumi nso se say wa nkogye. TNT. Yes, in fact, during cross examination, when PW2, which is Okum, repeatedly in his claim, counsel for the first and third accused did nothing about it. That is what happened. Yes, Ora Okum Ekasano, Chairman Wontumi lawyer Jina say to wanye hu amfa ho. Judge na eka me pacho nyame na meka. Nyame na mchura de we. Otena ho ema Ora Okum ema answers na si Chairman Wontumi ne lawyer for antimi ammowa. I say this is what happened. Into court hon nseme bisa ibini. Were you able to extract some gold in your operation? Ebisa Ora Okum say. Chairman Wontumi des asenema say koye reclamation according to Chairman Wontumi no say wo koye reclamation. Onso so Chairman Wontumi de ma say fa koye galab say. Na abra wo ye adwuma no. Unya gold be free asase no ene adwuma na wo ye wo ho no. I say yes of course. That was my aim of going there. I say my lady. Adwuma Chairman Wontumi de ma me say me konkoye wo ho no. I say koye galab say. You go to gold. And me the adwuma de me ko no nti ampa menya gold ho. And then there was another question. And when was your staff? And when your staff were arrested from the site, they took away some amounts of gold. Is that correct? And they began to say, "Abra a police for a site or by chi nipa no mo ye adwuma no. A police for the site can gold be or say yes my lady. No correct. I say no correct. Chairman Wontumi lawyer no jin ho bankasa. Court say wa mo wa. O say papa na nye hwe. And they say, na lawyer and the appear could be into we sure say, Oko boy Chairman Wontumi, and I say Oko boy papa form. That is the kind of question na menti ase. Uni ma dibizo esere wa ha. Me catch it say, akonta mine no, your Chairman Wontumi. Ene papa bi esi wodwane, ene ye company no empanyi for. And TSA, the Attorney General inquired about the second accused whereabouts from the first accused. His conversation ensued. Besides, say, Chama Wontumi is the first accused person. Papa Bakubin to my friend in the Bachelor Waha. It can't in the Bachelor Waha say. He is the second accused person. Your friend of Kwame entry. He is the second accused person. Or no, almost over Ghana. And the Attorney General wanted to know, say, Nasa Kwana say, all this one, you won't baby, not all, eh? And the Aquaco business, that kind of questions, you know. And Tim Pacho never calls her. I say, where does A2 live? Ebisa say, Ebisa, during cross-examination, the Deputy Attorney General inquired the second accused whereabouts from the first accused. His conversation ensued. Tia Kubisa Chama Wontumi Babia. We say, what's the first accused? No, I say, Otihemfa, which is the A2, second accused. No, Otihemfa. And Chama Wontumi say, he was then living in Takwa. But between year 2021 and 2022, he made his mind to travel. Since then, I have never heard from him. How are you related to this Kwame entry? So now the Kwame entry now. Obi a won ne nyina wakoti company. Na mo ye gold mine adwuma. Na nipa no 2021 to 2022 wakra so otu kwan on frɛ wo da onye wo hwe. Enti no unua no na ase wo den no. And also, there be no. We are directors of Akonta Mining Company Limited. That Chama Wontumi so there be no. Akonta Mining Kwana mene ne adwuma. Na se no enko straight papa. Kano kware o. Uni obi at a company. A company no moya mining. Between 2021 and 2022 ho baby. And nipa ne say me tu kwan okoye ne no an wonte ne nka biem. Se wako wuo so tia so so dey wonte ne ka biem nti Kwame antwini yepe Kwame antwini kwa yehu no. And then Attorney General say bisa question biem say, tell the court the last time you as directors of Akonta Mining Company Limited filed your annual returns with the Office of the Registrar of Companies. Chama Wontumi say I can't remember.
Order in the court.
Hey. By law, no what to bind the company and kasa. Ese afibia no uko file or returns or company register ho. Chama Wontumi so no on kaida or koye se adwuma no. Ese hey chama, o kana kore.
Order in the court.
Ndi uskani na hoje na wadi. Eyi. Na me de over kwa ma kire osika dodo a na etim beto Chama Wontumi account um. Abra wo so no onko file hwi no. Chama Wontumi na nkasa ebe kire sika ni gold mines no emeki. Also, they are so keke and a call gold mines for physical Chama Wontumi to make it.
Hey, Chama, why the crown is a open?
Oh, Missy me the shovel on the coin. And to me, ba, the percemetrow. Percemetrow, dear. A percemetrow. We are 27 February.
Okay.
27 February, remember
2013.
2027. It's a free 25th from nearby, remember. And say 1.7 million US dollars.
Wow. And you better.
That you go so. Where that by January 31st. What you say? January, because we be free January, and what about February, until January 31st, no, mean 1.5 million US dollars.
1.5
million US dollars.
Yes, we'll be better America some years.
America, America,
yay! On fait plus one from a while.
What do I say? What do you? We say February 6th, say free 31st, and the other 6. I know you say.
One say.
One, main finance 1.1, nearly 1.1.
Yeah.
What I say, million US dollars.
Wow.
Oh, cameraman, no crane it is. I had been free, you know. What I say? Aggressive.
Ti wa hom po achama Wontumi di mu amote America no. O so betra Americans a sika ono wo no unya bi da. Chama Wontumi na eka o.
Order in the court. Shamak Israel Yehovah.
Chama isi ono or the asokeke eco gold mines wa also the millions of dollars. Ono na fa statement o. And obiem and all kind of kokuma no say $1.6 million, $1.9 million, $1.2 million. Or this kind of flows are. You say, na say near to America or say America man. America for your why say nkwa boga say nkwa. Or see kenken kwa hwinim. And they see you yate. What dey what can yate? And at the counsel for first and third accused persons, which is Chama Wontumi. Because you bisa Chama Wontumi also say Kwame Ntwi also do nimbe Kwame Ntwi. And you could be say Okum say, do you know Kwame Ntwi, which is A2? Also, no, I don't know him. Also, know him Kwame Ntwi bia. I say, how do you know A3 Akunta Mining? I say, I know Akunta Mining, which is chairman. He happens to be my friend. Also, you say now Akunta Mining Chama Wontumi win him no hemfa. Also, say Akunta Mining dey no ani Chama Wontumi. Me ni mo bi aka Chama Wontumi ho. Enti say Chama Wontumi so bi de Kwame Ntwi a. One in the company, they are me who's any panada. Now, maybe I can't contact my name, a Chama Wontumi in minimum. Because we are madam for. Or say, how long have you known a contact mining limited? Or say, I know a contact mining for quite some time now. So, also, not say Chama Wontumi, the only me, I'm a paddy mine. Bibi, I'm a charmer, and intimate minim, Obiaka Chama Wontumi be more. You can't contact mine, be a gun had a Obia him say, a Chama Wontumi. And some course or court or no. We na judge tenancy din because say judgment na match Chama Wontumi enye 20 years o 46 years me baba kan ya kire o it is obi ka kire say match Chama Wontumi 20 years a obwa ese sentencing am family ase kaka na mo hwe me life no mo yin na yen kan de be kan enwa sentencing we am about mo text messages no so the sentencing ha na go no wo you see the court takes notice of the gravity of the offenses and the need for deterrence to avert the environmental disaster that might befall the nation. The more law enforcement stays aloof and allows illegal mining activities to persist in the country. Court nekasa or judge nekasa. The offenses in this case relate to illegal exploitation of mineral resources, which are the property of the state. Say the medical can mineral resources are the property of the state. The conduct of the first and third accused persons undermines the regulatory framework for the mining sector and contributes to environmental degradation associated with illegal mining. Until the second accused person, Kwame Ntwi, no, obi aso nim Kwame Ntwi bia. Until it might be say Chama Wontumi na no, and the DB akwase ho, menka sare ba obi aso nim no. And the judge and say Chama Wontumi na Akunta Mining, adwuma mo de se asase no, o se edoso. Does it having listened to the counsel for the first and third accused plea in mitigation? The first and third accused persons are sentenced as follows. Order
in the court.
Taking into account the fact that the first and third accused persons are first-time offenders, and generally their plea in mitigation, the court sentences the accused persons as follows. Judge say, a woman say Chama Wontumi na Akunta Mining, yan form me gina ha or criminal offense order. Intino, or taking into consideration a lot of things. Until or the more judgment way.
Order in the court.
Count one.
Order in the court.
The first accused is sentenced to serve a term of 20 years on count one. No, 20 years imprisonment in hard labor. Until land reclamation, the Chama Wontumi connect their son also the two gold in this kind of them in hard labor, and also to a fine of 10,000 penalty units in default, serve 3 years in hard labor. Until on count one, Chama Wontumi 20 years. And I say, yes, I'm charging on 10,000 penalty units. But your penalty units be 12 Ghana cedis. If I multiply 10,000, yes, I say Chama Wontumi and yes, I can tuya. Yes, I'm for 3 years in hard labor. I quit 23 years. So when Timen tuya. Until 20 years and Chama Wontumi decide not to pay, and I say is unable to pay or come 23 years. On count 4, the first accused is sentenced to serve a term of 20 years, another 20 years more, in hard labor. Hey, chairman, they so that's all to now the powers are saying. And also to a fine of 10,000 penalty units in default, serve 3 years in hard labor. In the say, what the first 20 years in the second one 40 years. Say chairman, anti-men to your penalty unit now, and also 3386, about 46. In principle, the court has sentenced chairman Wontumi 46 years. But the good thing is I was serving in the concurrently in the album. On count 3, the third accused is sentenced to pay a fine of 15,000 penalty units. What I say? And the akonta mine and so no, you see, man, 15,000 penalty units. I say so to you because when you akonta mine and so on any part. But nini na ni bibia e chairman Wontumi na ye. It is 15,000 multiplied by 3. On count 2, 15,000 multiplied by 3. I say sentences in or concurrently. What I say? In addition, you know, according to court, you know, per section 9 of the Minerals and Mining Act, you know, Chairman Wontumi state in Aji Niama or the year Galamsey the caterpillar say Chamfanya excavator will be a state Aji. That is coming from the judgment of Chairman Wontumi. The American actually, John Mama Dimbamu, a Tansa and another Dako Kufa to Gina Simpioso, and my the boy Chairman Wontumi no, and no, the Chairman Wontumi, a good Gina Amani Hunumu. Which NPP Nibino Kana John Mama, and just a court document in the one who be John Mama Dinim, the Dini baby a the state and a Chairman Wontumi. I mean, can messages about if we are Medoba NPP lawyer before. Or say, one no call, be NPA Chairman Wontumi lawyer for me, no na. A court representative Chairman Wontumi court now. Also, no one tells us or Mabon. No, but Chere Juju and Trixa as a go play to free Chairman Wontumi. I mean, can messages. Please, Kwame Ntwi could be the same Bernard Ntwibosi Akon. Wontumi may have been born on Saturday. These are the works of politicians. Well, it's possible. Because as we speak, you know, Chairman Wontumi, besides Kwame Ntwi, he also owns Nimba Kwame Ntwi to kind. Yera Okum so who Kwame Ntwi biada. It's the answer will be any baby Kwame Ntwi in the war. Sana ability. As I present, Ubetimi frame on +358 46537264 I'll pick your calls and then we do justice to BBI because this say what I just want to friend I think say that is the WhatsApp line and the Ejuma. What I say, all those kind of messages, you know, but you can also call along the point. I'm in for through na camera. I have messages in a doors one. I'm in for be in free her Amra. Press last Eche will be why are there Priscilla Cook? Why are there pa? Mwano ayemoka. They say the BBA she go Emily. I say Abronya is the next joint Wontumi following the Poyando, the GBC criminal. We mo group yes we Rikus. Well, group for no Poyando. Poyando ibi pese Poyando akwana wa mobo. O say Chairman Wontumi ko ide na say campaign o ye no. O say atonsuom. O so Wontumi nye. They say, hey, Paul, now they Chairman Wontumi, and I say, Chairman Wontumi and the finance me. They do everything during their regime without thinking about the consequences. Now it's all coming back to hit them. Emily, they don't know. So I study Chairman Wontumi very carefully. Any NP before her. I think so. Might be a must say, I buy best. That is what I think. Rufai, NPP ne de Chairman Wontumi co prison. That is what I think. I think say. No minim da say aban besesa na edi bibi kura aba mental freedom why are they bibi aboko there don't say anything. Free SHS is one example. They did not think about the consequences first. And Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo was just rushing everything. That is what he did. Or Rashi Bibia. I said Ado penny money. Rikus say Nana-Addo has made the book of Esther work in the history of Ghana politics. How the plot to kill Mordecai turned and Hanam, the agitator, was killed. Hey, but what they be quite so they can see what cover about them minimum. Because uko pass my mama.
Shamak Israel Yehovah. Ela henu Yehovah ekat.
Ko pass my mama. What I say? Priscilla Cook, they are or they abandon. NPP is an organized terror entity. If you see the devil in your dream, check out his t-shirt. It has NPP written on it. Hey, and they say you would be a mihubio. And you no. And you tiati. Sana identity. Some of you are watching me live. Samuel, me das papa, why are there? Mau TV, you're also live from US. Why are there? Atomensa, Ziga can talk o here. One or cassetto, none some talk can so meaning baby. Or find 7 to 3. Meaning baby as Ziga or 10 because the way the guy talks or casa, or being one said anti, but sometimes you know, we yeah, some more. Georgina said, Mr. Munufi, I have heard that the NPP is going to hold 6-day demonstration in the country against Wontumi 20-year jail. Have you also heard about it? But they can do whatever they want. It's up to them. Someone to want to, if you think that is what you need to do, because it doesn't change anything. You have to go on other means of getting Chairman Wontumi out. It is up to them. Let's leave it up to them. Someone better say. Na mo concert party some ko a demonstration na Ghana ni say Ghana ni bia hu ade e wo man no mo enti say wo kote ba bi ko ka say e President John Dramani Mahama e na tata mo e na yemu say a enye so say obi a je sa ade ni di sa Ghana ni bia no obeje di enti I will plead with them say time no mo be sa nko say adwuma no sebi so mo ne ko pe bibia e be bo mo me ne bibia bako de
Oh, baby, I'm going to be in but also.
Me who pa UK boko.
Yeah, UK boko. Yeah, that's the same. We say Fourth Republic. Yeah, and this in Tumin Chobi and Sandy the Chama want to me set example.
Mo. No.
Yeah, they set example.
No.
And I brought you Sasala Kaone, the Akekani, the Omunya Botre. Amumbra Bason.
Sa.
Yeah, in the chairman want to me as set example. I mean, say yes, for public. Yes, we this year to be at to because almost a bomb to me about 20. Yeah, the back up set example.
Back up no motiano. Back up and show mo.
Back up and no motiano.
We have an account one pay.
Just one. I come.
Akabako pe we ni amedase
akabako na ye omo ya sano
medase
na samba ko me pesa me ketwa to ala mo nyina de omo keka nyina na nya ne kura mo nyina ka obi omo ya part of the trade and then omo nyina asema na ewe na afi de aka last minute na omo nyina atwo. Yes.
Medase.
Ala munya me ka samba ala munyina no.
Metie o minia.
Omo se ma na wie ansa munyina atwi omo ho. Na afi na ndamu ba ka se. Munyina mo ka wo bi.
Medase. Medase. Minia, udiri se na afre free hen.
Hello.
But you didn't say everything here.
If you fit aqua.
Oh, okay.
The pastor program person baso.
Oh, but you was alive. Beat me akasa.
Okay. Let me say me so happy the way I want to meet you. I find and I'm happy because this is my first time I meet you.
Okay.
But I'm impressed to make time meet you
But that's it. Oh, as a mini akate enyewe ebi obesan ababiem. Oh, Poyando. Yeah, semo. Poyando twan wa usuni to say Chairman ko. Oh, Chairman ko. Na Paul na nia ko Chairman Wontumi bas na ti ho no. Chairman Wontumi bas ene ti ho no. Ya branded Chairman dey ta hwesoro. Okope NPP national chairman yedi. Paul hwa was say oyo Chairman, just a bomb by
Shamak Israel Yehovah.
Also, you're Ghana new. Can the Japan about mafia say you?
Order in the court.
Hey, I said, sometimes you say the BS yesterday. Now, Mekasa Medoko NPP lawyer be. Ekotana, Chairman Wontumi TV so. na ensema lawyer na eka no da bia meka say wadi be fe ni juju and tricks. That is the only message as a NPP for enim ti ensema oka. Well, ubetimi afre along the point so.
Ebra lawyers ne kono minim dia ebia BT wo mo lawyers ne also mun say kwa mu koi wo ye dan ya ye kwa akojeli no mu nim say Supreme Court de na o ma apply no ye be refer to Supreme Court am ne because wo kono na kwa ya appeal no so ready because onya tawade show botom nti onya di ni judgment ne ba no file because ye call legal vacation enko duru end of them na court no kra call legal vacation be ba October 2nd week what I say ntu be kona court bi antransia na cheso oguso dem so what I say nti also file appeal ni ya e sha lawyer fo ni bi botom to muduru ya file ni kuta o no ma file appeal ni de atum no ma apply be obe rule ya ti o ma de chinya no ma repeat o court of appeal what I say ma di kan kwaji bail amana no ma say no ntru asem ni mo a and you see then one me kan wa ha say me na nka na me ye case wa ya nka me free witness be 80 adanse for time me open me defense no me free witness be 80 and 100 ese o ma ya madanse for ntenu so wonu ntru o mo nyina nwie no na nka eni asem no nwie because we pure political persecution and the point ne say me madanse for ye 200 ebeden ye wi ntimi kuta dance for 250 o mu nyina ba be dia dance amame nje na ofre we na ya na atu aheda ade echi na ofre we ya na atu I mean kan say eni nyina kan legal gymnastics ni bi ni nyina kan emra ne ho bi no because o hu say aban bi aboni tirimu so ode we ko jail o so bo tirimu po say ekwan bi aso abefa so a so be defend no enti no so wa fa witness nkwa be 500 ese me witness a just o mu nyina so emra so ma
what Rikus, we never juju and tricks. Quality say or no, and call better witnesses a quabe 1,000. The over causes I mean, we not get 10 years. What is your to be TV in a casa? Now say, hey, I call you a fool. I call in a fan lawyer, dear, you won't go in no. Or say, I send no man come up, prepare bill condition as your bottom dada. And think I judge in the car is my jelly chama to 46 years now. No way, your mama say, my lord or my lady J. Okaze mempe oso bo abeje oso mo ne to na so deny na nka krr mo de ba ko so she ba ko motom na mo de do appeal course ti wona na ga ma chama Wontumi bail enti wa hu se pe anima me kan kire we ene the juju and tricks a lawyer we dey ba no lawyer dey appeal ko bi mo chama Wontumi ono na me de chama Wontumi ko no we lawyer for the juju and tricks o say ono a ne anka obe no ko be free witnesses nka be 10,000 to be crosses I mean you know agora ni yedi awie na woni akwade to aso kanze bi chale na e mesere odeti o se nditi for na chire ne ta technique no odeti se wo beka na say eh Ghana sana mu na wonte
ma witness ni nyina kwan so obia ye toto na no eni so oba na so ntoto na no afa no atwe witness we yare obeba da say na de akona saa ebi no mo ye no o just opuni honorable opuni case no the lawyer filed 76 almost 76 applications
76
almost 76 so rasam kujo entina yenya dan yenkwa asam no so asam ni delays the buyer is MPP free power ono so buyer NDC buyer na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama through na Attorney General nolly prosequa de cha mejao Collins Dawuda yejano ato force yejano opuni yejano obia yejano but Wontumi ye de neko. So there is no justice because all justice pepepa I was say pepepe ye adwuma ebi na make say ebi ne say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebi na no can say Supreme Court aye unanimous FC na Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo pompe Supreme Court with judges ono ane kan and so some na judges 4 baako ewu ana miensa call retirement justice nene amagachi no omko retirement and say nipa we nyina call retirement na justice Mafusa also ewu akonwa no so a na we say Nanado replace say nipa 4 no no point for kwasha 9 and no point ya or criticizing ne say unanimous FC na court no nyina na opake ho and na wa point
na na yetra na se na enyantro na no kware enti akware so no sua trick way from NDC for na unim pempese me body entire video natural se me body natural we hu se NPP for ma dwen wo from lawyer ni ni tie ko nanim kire ne ade a judgment room na presenter oti Wontumi TV no o kan tam for na me say eh ti mo na mo dada chema Wontumi ma na ye de koi sa mo ye nkwasiafo papa sebe mano da so mu na so I mean, can messages aba. If you bet me join the show on +358 4653 72649. Now say when you subscribe here, so you take your time and then subscribe for me. Platform A Monofie Politics. We do politics in a very simple way. Now you are 2 boys and you are chidem. Send a bear ubia betia say hi play jandam. We buy me the court document in a beto na ma chidem. It is NPP for my Georgina. I'm so more demonstration. We share and business say character we won't be. What kind? Chama Wontumi ade ne koye no e asase a ode koma okum so onkoye mine wo so no ene ade ne ko e totally illegal to do that in the country. And no na now do go kufa do ne shares amera no. The NPP for I'm going to tell you something. Okay? Say Chama Wontumi lawyers no me very smarter. Chama Wontumi say what another 2 cases bi ho. Which is the saying I can't say as asase no say nsu afa no another ho. That loan no kwaje okoye Wontumi say fraudry oko fraudly bank kwaje bosia so kodua buro sin so afa no eno wo ho eno san wo another case tano nimiri forest issue eno ye purely legal say eno so wo ho ni nyina debating the Wontumi akọ the same 20 years ni bi. It is a lawyers ni very smarter and say so mo play juju and tricks be on these 2 cases o esen ko mo judgement ni ndese ya ntinka mo ye wia no ma ya appeal na fe na mo yi Chama Wontumi. Yes I say some ko ya appeal na Chama Wontumi ba kwa na other one be sign the nako. But what as ma make any se Chama timi nya appeal pie out kwa na ye the 30 million cedis dey na ode ko ye nsuo fa aburo no e no so be ne be ko obekọ no so ba be say ya appeal no na tano no miri forest issue dey no so de ne ko the Chama dey Chama bet manya be 100 years e wo prison omonto mo ba se no mo nsu ya dey na nkwala agoro no e yados no party num. They need to sit down, go back to the drawing table. And the NPP for who NPP near in say some mpanyi for no frese mo demonstration munko bi say almost simple questions. Medical boy Kevin Taylor video bia he was saying this kind of things. He say NPP for mo ya it say zombie no mpanyi for no frem na mu di akide kuruga tie.
Chama Wontumi okodema o medemo kumasi o be bia poda ene de betum eni sa mo betena mo bi betena kumasi mo bi mo betena santimemu say ya MPP for ma nipa bi agimi mu a mo ni bete no na mo ankasa no ye de mu kotum obi antan obi a but matena wa ma eye party no nokre onka nkyerem ena mo so mu musansa mo so na matemoto bini na mo di party na chi.
What I say NPP for no mo misa executives no nyansase mo esa mo kan no kware e kire mo. Because me here say obi nim no kware na da bia no no kware is see me and I say that means the person is telling me say I'm an idiot. Sana adene tie enti ese mo de madwen no ebisa mo mpanyifo no questions. Then they need to give you people serious answers. What I say ese President Mamatu will sue him na already you eni ayeka Chama beka ho. Me see the Chama Wontumi years nyina boma Chama bet manya be 100 years in prison. To mo do pa we I say pregunam ni di ne show so na waje ne pa na wo afi de mo the how am be ye nema no. Because of the lawyer's advice, juju and tricks to the NPP, we need the tribunal. Of course, and so bad. Tribunal na ba omiesu o se jo mama intwa tribunal because alleged 38 nim say tribunal na ba e be che no. E che na de be issue. E be che alleged 38 be jo na de ma chere wa de. The tribunal na ba e be so ni mu say kin na de ne ko. Hey, are you giving free legal advice? And say come here ba Chama ho e ma ho. Chama wo yiri mi no. O mienu ti say Chama pa e be ko 100 years president cook na yiri mu de ne don be. Na yes me ba ko ti asema me jana nka Chama Lamborghini me ko ananka o man ba ko na mso me twibi. Na go dem 100 years dia say ma ba na mu nyina ko. Asemo SNPP en kwase for William Cam name boko there. That's it. Oya there. They seem to have no person of wisdom in the party. As o minim nyansa too much. You see NPP for say no minim judges no. It is how the NPP lawyer e ko gina judge onim nanim a mran de ono so onim. Sa no bote. Enti say the simple thing amakan ya kire wi. Sebe. Offer document we now to was a kind now cross check it with the relevant authorities. Obi hu ade a judge the kweka no. NPP for interpreting it differently. The whole Justin could yet to be mount stage. No cancer for me were documenting at that honor. And yen moon or can free. I say, hey, I call we a lawyer. Bon papa. Bond raise one down, more to go. The best of the experienced lawyers in the NPP failed Wontumi. They knew the outcome of the case, but chairman was stingy. They only want a share of the booty. I think so because my lawyer, Maurice Ampao, so when him say Ibrahim Mama said chairman Wontumi was case view. Hey, Maurice Ampao said now what you and I just chairman Wontumi go court and I was sending the 300 cedis. So when you non fan kuma say. I'm say yo. That was so beje there. Also ni nyansa when he say hey, one team and defend the chairman Wontumi. This is exactly what the NPP thinks about their supporters. They don't respect them and think they are all fools. That's true. President, one yadio, Chairman, Copadia. Oh, me, Chairman. Chairman, Wontumi. Mama, oh, Chairman Wontumi say, Alan Chairman, I guess no money be. Many are boko there. You also patch with Dean saying everything.
Your friend something, your free US.
That's it.
Why you?
All right.
My follow. Mina me than the tego no.
Oh, okay. Why are they?
Adian say, say Nanado and I hear a meeting from 3 years to 20 and 25 years. It's a year on which you are bring mama, and M3. Mama, over 2 amendment, you know, government, Nakasankasana or Japa from Lucas and say, there's no illegal mining in a Kunta mining, or no amendment, you know.
Exactly.
From 3 years to 25.
25 years.
It is so what to Amuna, Namuna, or Tomua. You are blaming the NDC, Mamma over 2 years. Atringa, Aturuminga over 2 years. Semusan over 2 years. Judge over 2 years.
Kuritinga.
Yes. Yes, Akuritinga. I didn't know you there. There's no making around. I'm paying for the MPP, they are fooling the supporters. They don't tell them the truth.
That's true.
Na mima umo ena juma pa we
menia
bo abaso
medase menia tego no free United States of America enti eno ma men kan messages aba na fide ento aso mede ba ko bintu ba be kire NDC fonzo di bi aba na I think say utu akokofo a na ope ba bi a ode wa buru nso ebesi yie ba cho so what you say. When you de buru to baby na sa akokofa pe baby a de buru ni betu yie na wacha akoko no to baby yie so pese akoko ni di nko ade a man opportunity madam fu bi kan kire me say ono no tam bia obo ne ho ban na wabo koromfo nso ho ban e na bi say how also na say obi wi awade na yes awode ne police station a e be ya okona bra be hwe na de ne court na fi de wo follow ya na wo fa say enti say ultimate protect ho na koromfo me wi awade a uni police station bi akọ. Which I 100% do agree with him. Me who adie bi a say NDC amamu we mu. NDC amamu we mu asem na mbeka ye ba jote ni ye. And a national service authority for start national service scheme for RTT be 60 cedis. 60 cedis from each person or national service be a. Chini 60 Ghana cedis. Ya mo bi a amane. Without to wow, Usika Babani at Ephraim. Adia, you see, the comma company be a deba be training in something different. And a national service for Nisi Debbie, or Montiasia. Mr. O. Yakayama, the sector minister, at the directive of Basse, Debbie Sasika Titiano, or Munjai. Intimo Bia and Quatu Bia Sikabim, which they have also accepted that they are not gonna do all those kind of deductions again. But this is in Semna Ewohono. National Service Authority say almost no minimum home. National Service Authority almost minimum home, but rather a national service. I can say, the National Service Personnel Association for mum and a TT says by a National Service Authority. But your National Service Personnel Association and the National Service Authority and a Mami Dano. When the news came out, people said say Mami ne titisika no. Not knowing say a different person be suited by being almost yes Jumano. And if it happens like that, then there are questions among for business say ya man be to say imagine say uti obitika one kan chire nipa no. Also with the uti sika na what they come company be abe train your mom. I'm hear the name of that particular company. Mo yes me pese President John Dramani mama momu no. You best start here yes anya manema we. Oh say basa na obi a one tin yie no. It's a company Zeus Atlas Limited. Yes, yeah they come Zeus Atlas Limited for capacity building program. So how did they even choose that Zeus Atlas Limited? How did they even choose them? Omunya clear. Uti obisika e command capacity building. You need to communicate it with them. Now they have nationwide now to be 60 cities each. Minianum. And this is mamu way. Mama ya nhini ya. And the chama want to make one year so more about how be say di watemo. Me nka bi ma. That is the honest truth. Wow be wa dwen say wo di nyansa e na beji sika bi adi. President John Dramani Mahama yem pes scandal bia wa na mamu we mu. Enti mesra mo. Say office say obey say youth welfare programmer. You need to be more transparent. What I say? I say uma accountability so ye den esu. Not the sector minister no. Mo man ya aware. Enti we say nye sector minister. And the council muntwema. And I kedi we when ye bo President Mahama Dine nze mi wa no. Omuko also omuni mo we. Imagine the number of national service personnel ye wo Ghana ho. Na wakote ba bi say o ti obi 60 Ghana cedis. And some more can say the full training program no e cost 180 Ghana cedis per participant. It represents about 15 Ghana cedis per month over a service year. But your time men on between no. According to them, no 60 Ghana cedis no more than a 4 months training program. OT will be a manipulated training. OT is 60 Ghana cedis. What's a month to be a womb at the same 15 Ghana cedis. One money Panama there, time be money training, no, they training now, they be mano, why they be ya, just like mon, maybe Ghana near Mentias here, or more be opportunity be out, would you go be good in Massa? Yeah, some na president ti kwa na we ya kofa na we ya Mr. Mo. According to Mami or that way, also no more way. On account, Yaman America me come in Judgement office. Chinane, you don't want to say gift or worry they need be offering my member. I'm a kind of quarantine. President Amamo young people an opportunity. My interest is to defend the president and ya wo out that minimum baby in share baby ada. Men cast away we council. But say China met one NPP among woman as a special prosecutor. After all, Sabrina you are the anwa. Aha, you remember me court.
Order in the court.
I mean, share baby ada. Obia and you be also capereba. Na men cast away this council. But more ya de now, more man transparent. No be a who see defend them. You know how to defend you people. What na ho? Now I'm a national service personnel for Jesus way. What I say? If somebody say it's a national service personnel for almost the minimum de kokoro mo ye. Ghana de ji ya bopos na boye we ya and ansem fon kwa na ye di okuru no mo. National service personnel almost minimum juma ko pa mo ye. Any one national service authority. Ne Ghana de. My Ghana raskuku. My Ghana. They were an person borrow raskuku nyom. Tina omo dia ba no me dey say omo say obi aso need ska bia nti say no minister ama ya suspend this particular 60 cedis deduction omo ye national service for no because ni pena oti ni sika no omo na mane aso waya oti ni sika nti me madwuma no me dem da beto obi aso need ska o sa na adre nti e dey to no hesi e twa wabo so a maka se ma she NDC for nkombi na I am wishing on the day Sanya man ebebaso. See OSP we or tehono. OSP kisi jabe. Pacho choro to ho. Obe dre NDC forma. Say me nka so onye o. Ba me hwa akonanim tin. Ebedu be bo start so chi NDC for. Do bi ho. obeka say eh chale o kan we dey hu ye hu we me nya komsefo esi nyankopon na asebe nkom na meka OSP be start atwi NDC for dey go the NDC be ko opposition e she na nkom and that also the National Service Personnel Association was established by the association to so it has nothing to do with the National Service Authority. That is what they are saying. All the cases OSP is dealing, nothing good is coming out of it. And I don't know who's American for did not tell me say Ken for that the OSP na making for that account nya de obi eba. On say or anyhow Ken for that of the neighbor. That's true. The Lagos University, they are collecting bribes, 20 cedis before you will get admission. 20,000 cedis. Yeah, some more. And yes, I'm for some kind of Ghana power. Do you want to take casa kesium? Be able to prime. Kai. Mine also, we need to reset a whole lot of things in the country. Now, many people are all reset. So now I'm here. Now they're it's like the way people will misinterpret now. When we are now obi and shanko the anko tiase. But see, Jama mine so that was a so actually mine so yes, you know. So I don't know how we can fix the country. Because we have our president John Dramani Mama Ebon Homodinya. Nanka as you speak, you nyashi in camp for president. But out of when I will be a good dinner money be baby. Now for the aquachini per baby, I say, Obi Hokora one tiase. That is how a mamunati was a union street at any. Because they are casting another good animals and another good animals and a name be wa. And could for ye and nayeti ha ye come out to meet her or no president no obi or no but then they are kina boso because say obi ye na dwen say ono okoye e kotoma me hwe oto agoro e na akoto apanchan ati ase ha ndi misra mo me hwe sa ne manema no nyina ye because oye papa e ma wankasa china oto ne ye twema boso a obi ya meka bi ma wo si baby ga na adu no chale corruption chewa e do kwa onya obi oba be gina wabebo wa si njao anawa we me de wo e fro wabeba me de me made because e wo this kind of obi na kan e wudi no hu me na wama me bi se me no na di ye de a ene e bia yesu na kan yin yesu bom na e se wo kwa so na se be se wa kwa we cash na wudi so wama me bi enti me yesu e twe wa bo so a se ofre me member. Mama is not that radical enough, very sad. But I think that the style of Mama they are, I think it's okay. Robert Simunufi, I know they get you safe. I dare with you. NPP are nation wreckers. Someone with you, so we need to also sometimes go after them like that. But you wait me from +358 4653 649. Say yes, I say BBN who they are in the comment section. Be as anywhere. Charlie, the BC in the world. At ya say na ebi nyame ya adoma ochena ya ba na ya ba bedi ho enkomo. Me ba cho so oni mo bi a obetworo NMC exams which is the nurses exams na ebeba so in September ya. Man visit nurseprepghana.online. Or questions nyina any possible answers nyina ho. You're going to practice with that particular app. Ebebo kama pa ade a ebo. Sa so na wo pe bidi a sebe obetima no aduane a empum wisi obetima no aduane kwa wo bedroom. So opese order more if any bidie burger e bidie a empum wisi chale hu bidie na se na design na wa abebo nsema ma bidie no. So wa ma no na opese import bi dodo na so a ba cha obetima frɛ on WhatsApp line 020-800-7208. O Ghana mantan ba bia so na se opɛ dodo e bia wo ye caterer or restaurant or school feeding, whatever, open to do now as well. I show you 055-839-6747. You bet me abwa kama pa. And this will be any question be there. Ebia and me the best you have on. Then you may have 7 p.m. watching Ghana time. I'll be back again. I'll do my best. So channel no pastor. Maybe during the day I can also come back. Then we do some little justice to Nyama Ekoso. Mine monso. But you bit me like I share on this particular program. I'll be very, very, very happy. Send a ya for answer a bit me. I can be. What I say. All right. Enti me do be say Nyankopon ni obi a entena. The security agency should employ secret shoppers and the lies to collect full evidence from some of these things and send them to the upcoming tribunals. Exactly. That is something I think they also need to do. Cool law. Oh, Charlie, why are you late? Anyway, which me come back now, bye. Emily said definitely there will be some 1 or 2 bad nuts among them. Exactly, but be okay. The one by President Mama there, we need to protect him. So be Bibia Emma in this particular administration. What you say? See, me there will be a say.
Mary stood by the stone. Martha held her breath. The house was full of mourning, and the air was heavy with death. We called your name in sorrow, when the tears would not depart, and you came close to our breaking, right into the ache of our heart. You know the weight we carry, you see the wounds we hide. When hope feels far away, still you never leave our side. Jesus wept beside my sorrow, held my hand through every tear. Though the night feels long and heavy, your loving presence is here. Hope will rise with every morning, grace will carry me along. In my grief you walk beside me, turning pain into a song. At the tomb where love seemed ended, you stood still and wept with us, not ashamed of every teardrop, not afraid to touch our dust. You are near the brokenhearted, you are mercy in the dark. Even when the grave is silent, you are life inside the heart. You know the weight we carry, you see the wounds we hide. When hope feels far away, still you never leave our side. Jesus wept beside my sorrow, held my hand through every tear. Though the night feels long and heavy,